Good morning, everybody. It's really cold, and I have to start this live stream a little bit earlier than I wanted to because I have to take my mother to the hospital. But yeah, she had a stroke a couple of months ago, and yeah, so because of that, I've just started a little bit early. So those who are tuning in a little bit later, I apologize, but I'll go on a little bit past 10:30. So I'm going to do a quick question answer. This is where I grew up. It's not where I was born. It's sort of out here in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. Let's see. This is the dog that we've had for a while. Maybe about 12, 13 years, 14 years now. Oh, come on, don't do it now. I hope he's not doing a number two. That'd be really bad for the live stream. Oh, he's not. He's just smelling the leaves. Yeah. So I thought I would do, what a trip this has been. Like come back down here. This is not the Osmo. This has been a pretty good trip. I was here in the US for about 10 days, about 9 days. I guess it works out to 9 days, and I'm leaving in about 20 hours to go back to Tokyo. Wonderful trip, nice meetup. A lot of people that are supporting the Only Japan channel on Patreon some of the people were at the meetup in New York. So that was really nice to see some faces that I hadn't seen before, but I knew the names because of Patreon, so that was really cool. There's the Christmas tree in the porch that we have in the back. It's a really cold day today. Gray skies. Hopefully it doesn't snow because that would make traveling a lot harder. So I got some questions from Patreon here, and if you're watching this live, your question should pop up on the screen. So I'll be able to do that after I answer these. So from Amanda, won't be able to catch this, had to go back to work today. What did you enjoy the most about your trip to New York? I'm gonna put this down here. Okay. I always try to do this on the go. All right, pan up. Yeah, all right. You can see I'm surrounded by woods back here. Amanda C, what did you enjoy most about your trip to New York? Yeah, you know what? It was probably 3 things: the food, the people, and just the atmosphere. Just being in New York City. Like I said in the live stream, it was like being inside of a movie. It's always like that when you go to New York, and that was pretty cool. The food, my gosh, I ate so much. I think I'm like 5 kilograms heavier thanks to New York. Ate a lot of sweets, ate a lot of meat. Ate a lot of stuff, but that was a lot of fun. Did you get to see much when you're in the city? No. My purpose to go to New York was not to go sightseeing. It was just to sort of go to some restaurants and see the places that I wanted to see, which weren't that many. Maybe go to B&H. That's where I buy a lot of my camera equipment. So didn't really see that much. I was in the Bowery area of New York City, and that was pretty nice, actually. That's changed a lot in the last 20 years since I used to be in that area. So thanks for the question, and thanks for the scarf, Amanda. I probably should have worn it. It's so cold outside. I'm gonna move to another area and answer Jim's question. Come on, this is Leo the dog. Leo, come on, this way. Let's go to another side. Leo's down here. Ah, no. Okay. So Jim writes, I'm gonna put this right here. Try to move to a different area each question. Whew, it's cold. John, regarding your work for the past year, I remember seeing this question written before. Regarding your work in the past year, what would you say was the most valuable thing that you learned this past year? Yeah, you know, Leo, come back here. All right. He wants to go play in the bushes, so we'll have to move for the next question. Oh man, the most valuable thing I learned was that as this channel, hey, good morning. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, my mom is doing a lot better. This is Maltese and Malamute. Yeah, she's doing a lot better than 2 months ago. She's walking. She can't move her left arm. Hey, Jim. She can't move her left arm, but hopefully with physical therapy and and some attention. She goes in several times a week. She'll be able to regain a lot of that back. You know, having a stroke is tough, as I'm learning now from my mother's experience. So your question, Jim, is really good. You know, as the channel has gotten more popular and grown, so has the amount of work. Not so much in just editing the video, but the stuff around it is just too much. Sometimes I find I can't keep up with everything by running this myself anymore. And the most valuable thing I learned was to think ahead and don't take on more than I can handle in a certain amount of time, and sort of plan out things in blocks of 3 months. And if there's a project that comes and I'm too busy within that block of 3 months, I can say no. My problem this year was I didn't say no. I said yes to a lot of projects, and I think I did a few too many, I wouldn't say sponsored videos, but I got proposals to make videos like the one at the silk mill. These are things that viewers had been asking me to do, and I had the opportunity to do it, and it probably wasn't good timing to do it. So I have to pick the videos that are timed well for the channel, and not just because based on the opportunity. It's hard to say no to any opportunity when it comes along, but in 2018 I'm gonna have to say no a lot more. As the channel gets bigger and bigger, I have to be careful with the quality of the content as well. As more people watch it, the more the quality of the content has to stay consistent, and so does the production schedule. And I can't do it. I found the last couple of months, because I took on a project with Fukushima, and they asked me to make 3 videos for them, but they want the videos published in January, and they want the final product in December, and I have too many other videos to put up. So I haven't produced anything, I haven't been able to put anything up in December because I'm working on videos for January. That was a big mistake, I think, and I probably should have turned that project down. But it's a really good video, so it's hard to say. I know, Jim, I always give a long answer because these are really well thought out questions. But regarding the work for this past year, I'd love to do more stuff like Aogashima, where I live in a place for a longer period of time, like in Totori, but I have to really plan it out a little bit better. I don't think a month, maybe a month might be too long, but at least 10 days in one area and really get to know the people, and I think that's going to make the show a lot better. The DVD project that I did for Kickstarter has been a lot of ups and downs. December, since it's done, I couldn't order it. There's lots of little things that we don't think about with things, and I'm gonna put the doggy inside. Let me introduce you to Leo. Leo, come here. Hey, say hi to Jim and everybody. This is Leo. Leo is deaf now. He's too old. So I'm gonna put him inside. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. Come on, Leo. Leo is 105 years old in dog years, I think. So, yeah, he's also deaf, so it makes it hard when you call his name. He doesn't come. Leo, I'll be there in a minute. So Thomas J. O'Brien, Thomas. Hey John. Hey. I hope you're. Oh, hello from Germany. Hey Eric. I hope you've enjoyed being back in America. I have. Do you often go to the movies in Japan? No. And I'll tell you why. The movies prices have always been a lot more expensive than the US, and they haven't gone up, but with IMAX they have. It's always been about $18 to $20 to go to the movies. And I'm talking about like 20 years ago, it was the same price. And the selection of movies that come out, they're always late to get into the Japan market, because they limit the amount of Western films that can come out, and you have to announce the date, I think, 6 months or more in advance. So Western movies come last to this market. So I don't do it. But what I do is I'll just wait until they come online and watch it on a big screen at home. And I think more and more people are doing that. If so, what has been your favorite movie that has come out this year? Yeah, I want to see Star Wars, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to see it while I'm here in the US. I don't know if it came out in Japan yet. Maybe it did. but I haven't seen a good movie this year. I really haven't. I haven't had. You know why, Thomas? I haven't had free time to do that, really. I watched some Netflix when I was editing the videos, but that was passively watching it. So I haven't had much time to myself. Even on this trip, it's not like a vacation at all. It's like family, you know? You're always sort of busy, so that sort of didn't work out in the movie, in my favor for movies. But you know what? I think now we got the Shogatsu holiday. I still got a lot of editing to do. I thought I'd be able to do more here, but I didn't. And I can order the DVD now, but since it's the holiday in Japan, I'm gonna have to wait until after the holiday before they can process the order. There's so many things going on, Thomas, but I'm gonna find some time to go see a movie. So thank you for that. I like that though, because it gives me a chance to stop and then reset and say, maybe I should go to the movies. I think I should. If I can't answer that question, I should have gone to the movies. We have Germany, Ireland, and United States here. Awesome. I am sorry for starting a little bit early, but I will go on past 10:30, just so people can tune in a little bit. The reason why is I got to take my mom to the hospital soon. Blanco Spencer Sanchez. Too early in the morning in Australia. Yeah, I thought it might be. We'll wait the one from Japan. I'm gonna do another live stream from Japan when I get back, and then I can process everything. But when I end this live stream, I'm just gonna take you once around my family house and just show you a little bit of this area. So that's Vince. So thanks Vince. I'm sorry about the time, but we'll get you back in the other side. Because in Australia we're more on the same timeline. Yeah, I think we're 2 hours different between Japan and Australia. But here in the U.S., this is like, well, Jim, this is like early morning for you. This is like really early. Linda, what do you miss about America the most when you return to Japan? That's easy. Family, because you know, especially when I first moved to Japan, I was the only one there, and yeah, I got used to it because you can make friends, you can make a life just about anywhere. But yeah, that family is one thing that I think everybody misses when they're an expat. You know what? I don't miss the food like I used to. The things that I miss the most, I don't miss anymore because I'm so used to the life in Japan that I don't miss the food that much. When I come home, I enjoy it, but I don't say like I really wish I had it. Leo is at the door waiting for me. I wonder what the Japanese writing says on the stamp. Oh, you got the postcard. Good. So the Japanese writing on the stamp, I'm not really sure. Gosh, I think it was a 70 yen stamp. I'll see if I can decipher that for you when I get back to Japan. Decipher, like translate. I mean, Akar, thanks for the postcard. Hope you did enjoy the U.S. I did. Are you gonna miss it, or when you go back? I will miss it, but I got so much stuff to do back in Japan. My mind is here, and my mind is back in Japan because there's so many things to process back there that I left behind. I have to get back into it. I'm asking because I'm in a similar situation between Canada and France, so always good to get perspective from other people. You know, the more you start to make a life in the country that you're living in, the easier it is. The less you start to miss back home. And now that, you know, it's 2017 and not 1998 when I first moved to Japan, now that we're 20 years later, it's easier for me to get stuff, like through Amazon or through mail order or through my parents or through stuff like this than it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I had a Hard Rock Cafe and a McDonald's, and that's about all the Western food that I had in Japan at the time. So, you know, for the food and the people, I think, yeah, for me, it's always going to be the people, at least for me. Hope I can catch the stream on the West Coast. Sorry about it being so early. Otherwise, have a safe trip back. Thank you. Eric, and then there's Clifford. Eric, I'm going to miss the live stream. That's too bad. I'm sorry, but you'll be able to catch this one on demand. Do the Japanese highways have tolls? Yes, they do, and the tolls are expensive, and they have something called not Easy Pass. What do they call it? ETC. And it's a highway thing like Easy Pass where you can just zip through, but it's really expensive. It's really expensive. Sundays are cheaper, and there's certain holidays where it's 1,000 yen and you can travel anywhere. But the result is the highways are three times as crowded. So I'm going to be doing more on car culture in Japan over the next year in 2018 as soon as I get the license. Leo really wants to go in. Clifford, do you think Do you think in a while Patreon and Only in Japan Go will overtake Only in Japan's revenue? Only in Japan Go is almost at the same revenue as Only in Japan main channel. I don't want to get into it too much, but I think because so many people give, Only in Japan main channel does not make a lot of money. There's not enough content. YouTube is a platform where you have to put like 10 videos up a month in order to build it. The fact that I have only 110 videos and 600,000 subscribers says that people really like that content, because you can't grow a channel putting up as few episodes as we did, and we do now. So the Only Japan Go channel, I could put up like 15 episodes a month, and the revenue from that just on 1/10 of the subscriber base is about the same. And that's basically because of super chats. And yeah, that's been a big deal, and that pays for both of the cell phones. I have this, I'm on an iPhone 7 Plus and a 6 Plus here, and both of the bandwidth is paid for through super chats as well. But the revenue on it is growing a lot, and I'm really happy about it. I can make a career out of YouTube. At the family party this year, people asked me what I call myself, and I just say YouTuber. That's what the young kids want to be when they grow up, and I'm doing a job that kids want to do, which is sort of cool. I never thought I would have a cool job, but it's also a lot of work. I don't think people realize the dedication. I guess you really have to commit to it if you want to be successful at it. This is a really good question. The revenue, and then can you do the stories you want to do? Yeah, you know, the stories that I'm gonna walk around the house, and I'm gonna come back for Leo. He wants to go inside. The stories that I do for the Only in Japan main channel are a lot deeper and more journalistic, and it's harder to, a lot of the topics that people have asked me to do on the Only in Japan main channel, I can't do it. So that's what makes the Only in Japan Go channel so valuable. I could do anything I want there. And because it's not edited, it doesn't take much time, I can really enjoy it a little bit more. And once I finish it, it's online for everybody to watch. And I think live streaming is only going to get bigger and bigger because of the 5G network that's coming. You're going to be able to see 8 high-definition videos. You're going to be able to see a lot clearer content, a lot better content. And building this channel, Only in Japan Go, is really important to set up for the future. Yeah, this is where I live. This is my backyard as a kid. That's the neighbor's house. We got a new neighbor. He put this little mini house in the back. It's kind of annoying. My dad doesn't like it. You see everybody has American flags in their yards. You can hear the birds chirping. It's pretty nice. It's winter, so things sort of get left behind until spring. My dad got a boat, now he's selling it. My dad's a oil tanker captain. So when I was a kid, I didn't see him that much. He was usually away on jobs. So his whole life is on the sea. And mine in Japan. Yeah, so this is the house. This is where I grew up. It's pretty quiet now. My brother moved to Vermont, and my parents live here. And I think they're going to be selling this house, so I probably won't be coming back here anymore. It's nice to have a chance to look around one last time in the neighborhood, and I can share that with you a little bit. It's nice out here. This is New Jersey. This is the known for pine trees. Oh, we get deer that walk through the yard, and there's some deer coming. Shh, Leo, be quiet. They'll come closer if you. Leo just wants to attack them, but sometimes they'll come right up to the house. I don't even see them. I don't think with his vision he even sees them either. But I will have merchandise like t-shirts with logos and stuff like that, and this will be coming in the summer of 2018. I wanted to see if I could do it this year, but with so many projects and traveling going on, I haven't had time to do that, but I will get to that. Jim has another question. John, what day will you be going to Hokkaido for your next project? It's going to be I believe in the end of January. I haven't booked a ticket yet, but I will when I get back. You know, next time I talk to you from Japan, I probably will have more exact dates, but it's going to be at the end of January because I want to have these episodes out in February, and they're going to be pretty cool. I mean, I've been doing research on this area, and to go in the middle of winter to Hokkaido, first of all, it's pretty crazy, but they have a really unique culture up there. And I don't think I would want to do this trip in a couple of years. This is the perfect time to go and do this project. And it's totally funded by Patreon. It's totally funded by the income that I've been getting from this project. And it's not going to be cheap because there's not a lot of ways to get around. I'm going to have to either drive or hire a driver or something. And the hotels aren't exactly cheap either because there's not a lot of tourists up there. Ooh, it's getting cold. All right, I gotta take my mom away. So I wanted just to go a little bit by 10:30 so I could say thank you to everybody and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Okay, it's 10:35 here in New York, New Jersey. I want to thank everybody for this amazing support over the last 9 months since I started Patreon. I really didn't, I think I started it in January or February, but I really didn't start it until I started the hitchhiking trip at the end of March. And the support, I mean, it's been really amazing to see Patreon grow to I think I had two targets, was $1,000 and then $2,000 a month, and we reached that this month. And I appreciate all the congratulations, but I didn't do it, you guys did it, and that means a lot. I'm coming up with newer ways to try to support, to give back to the Patreon community. I think the Postcard Club is good. I have to get more people into that in order to make it. I always get 200 postcards. That's the minimum order, really. And we'll see. I think a lot of people don't know about it yet. I haven't promoted the Patreon page, but this is going to be probably one of the main sources of income for me, because even though, like, all of these live streams that I was telling you about, they do get demonetized, and then I have to they demonetize it like 2 hours afterwards. I pushed the button to remonetize, and then 24 hours later they remonetize it. But by that time, the majority of the people have already viewed it. I don't know why YouTube is doing this, but I hope that they stop, or at least make it easier. But Patreon has been like a huge, like a place where I can get the backing to do the things that I want to do more of, and that's sort of huge. Because I was using my own money and using my own savings and not making a lot of money from this the first few years, and now I can make a living from it, and that's really cool. That's really cool, and I appreciate that support very, very much. A lot of people that watch the show are here in the United States, and this is where I am right now in the same country, and it's nice to do this live stream where we are at the same spot. So that's sort of the reasons why I really wanted to push this and get this one in for you. I appreciate the questions, and I am sorry that I can't. Oh, you're very welcome, Jim. Like, I make the videos for you. I make the videos for people who want to watch the shows, not for me particularly. They're things that I have an interest in, but I look at it as a journalistic point of view, like research the topics and go, whoa, I learned things about things that I didn't know about, and that makes me want to cover it. And I think that makes it a news story that people don't know about, and that makes me feel good when we all discover something new that's not already out there circulating on the internet, and that's pretty cool. And I appreciate very, very much the support and the confidence that you have in this channel to go out and do that and bring those kinds of stories and fun and information. And I got messages from people who are using the show to plan their trips to Japan. That wasn't the purpose of it, but it's cool that people can do that. And that makes me, as a creator, feel really good. That's like the ultimate, you know, when the ultimate compliment when people watch your content and say it's useful for them. That's why I make it. You're awesome. This is from Jim's comment. Your awesome videos is the reason I and others stick around and join Patreon. Thank you. Yeah. So I'll have to keep it up. I will have to keep it up and keep making really interesting stories. And it's just too much fun for me to ever stop. I don't see myself ever stopping right now. A lot of people are moving out of Japan or changing up or doing new things. I can never get sick of this. I'm 43 years old. This is what I want to do. And I'm just going to keep going forward and make really cool content. I'm taking Leo inside. I got to get my mom and get her into the car and take her to the hospital. So I'll see everybody. I can drive here, by the way. I got a license to drive in this country. Come on, Japan. Come on, me. I got to pass that license, the exam. So, see everybody. Thanks for watching the live stream, and I will see you on the other side. Leave some questions in this or on Patreon. Send me a direct message and not a comment, and I will get to it and answer it in the next live stream, probably in a couple of days when I get back to Japan. See you.